Um, anyway, I need a Greg break, because Greg's book is so dumb. So I need a Greg break. So I bought Paytas. Trisha Paytas. I bought her book called Tease. Mainly because it looked like the only novella from her. Everything else was just like, my memoirs. I'm 24. Here's my memoirs, everybody, kind of thing. I'm on YouTube. Here's my memoirs. Ugh, it's annoying. I think it's weird, but whatever. I don't care. So I bought her book because it looked like it looked like a novel. It's only 94 pages, and the reviews are not that great. So maybe it's something that we can all giggle at. What the fuck is this? Why do I keep these things? Okay, it's called Tease. There's 8 chapters. Oh god. She wrote it in... I wonder what this is gonna be about, you guys. Okay. Let's do chapter 1. Ready? Chapter 1. Call me Priscilla. Maybe I'll do this reading all in Southern Belle voice. Okay. College life is so boring. It's not at all the way you might picture it. Okay? It's all work and no play. It's all cliches and dumb phrases. Sometimes I find myself wanting to quit and become a stripper. Oh. Okay, that came out of left fucking field. When I'm at work, I often daydream about becoming a stripper. You just said that! What the hell? Making lots of money, getting attention from guys, pissing my parents off. Ulterior motives, displayed for you, the reader. But mostly I wonder what my stripper name would be. Alright. I can never think of the right stripper name. Candy? Conquest? Quickie? Quickie! What? Quickie is spelled Quicky. Thought there was an IE at the end of Quickie. I like Quickie because it reminds me of oatmeal. Oatmeal is the grossest fucking thing ever. It really is. Shit. Oatmeal on table 7. What? The customer at table 7 comes in every day. His name is Preston, and he always tells me he's going to take me away from all this. Oh my god, already this is like so cliched. And just like, it's already pretty boring. What's all this? Oh no, looks like YouTubers have a problem with not putting the punctuation outside of the quotation, or putting the punctuation outside of the quotation. They all do that. Like, you put the quotation around the punctuation. I don't know, I'll just go with it. He's a good-looking man, probably my father's age. My dad is 72. I don't find 72-year-olds attractive. He's 5'9" with brown hair he slicks back. I guess this is like first person present tense, like active voice. He has the deepest brown eyes and thickest brown eyebrows. His smile is so warm, and there's a certain something about him. Thank you for that, Trisha. I'm very engrossed in your story and your character right now. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what that is. Oh, just say je ne sais quoi and get all the fucking cliches out. But he's always dressed in the best suits. You're simply the best. I do get annoyed with his constantly asking me out and my politely rejecting him. That's what? Okay, that's not right at all. But he's a good tipper. And I'd make a good stripper. What? So maybe one day persistence will pay off, but not today. This guy is going to take her away from it all and teach her sexual things. And have her strip or something. Who knows? Sorry it took so long today, Mr. Williams, I say without trying to sound like I'm flirting. Guys often think I'm flirting because of my high-pitched voice. It's something I wish I could control better. So this is basically Trisha's avatar in a novel. Like, basically, my character in my book is my avatar, too. I'm not gonna shit all over that, okay? Because, you know, like, you do write what you know, and what I wanted to write about is experiences in a newsroom and like a made up story about a love interest that I never had in a newsroom, and all the drama that goes along with going from a national station to a local station, like going from a local station to a national station and then back to a local station. That's like kind of what I wanted to do, because there's a lot of really ridiculous things that happen in the newsroom and people need to know. I'm fine with people doing that. I know I shit all over Greg for doing self-insert that way. It's a choice that you make as an author, as a writer, to do that. Like, that's all well and good, but it just irks me when you package it like it's something that when you package it like it's not like that. This is like, whoa, this is like really how I feel. Like, this is a really good story that's not at all based upon me. You know? Did that make sense? Probably didn't. I don't care. How many times must I ask you to call me Preston, he quips, as he awkwardly grazes my hands and I awkwardly move them to my pockets. I'm weirded out by the parallels between Gerg talking about how awkward his characters are, and now we got awkwardness just transcending the YouTube community. He continues to tell me how he's going to woo me one day and ask my father for my hand in marriage. Like, okay. Like, this is just creepy at this point. Like, it's like a cliche that, like, little off the beaten path diners have that one waitress in there, and then the one customer that comes in and just wants to save them. Like, could we, like, maybe have a story where a female does not need to be fucking saved by a man? Like, is that what all romance novels kind of come down to? I think that's annoying. I don't see myself ever getting married. But I laugh it off, probably being mistaken for flirting once again. I don't like the active voice in this. I don't know if that, like, works. I don't know. I'm not, it's kind of hard for me to read it. Because when I write my anchor scripts, they have to be an active voice, usually. Like, doing the action right now. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on board with it. You really like teasing me, don't you? Get it? Tease? It's the name of the book. He asked seriously. Oh, okay. As I fumble and am unable to really make out any words, he grabs my hands from my pockets and holds them awkwardly again. Fuck that. Shut up about the awkwardness. I'm kidding, pretty girl, he says. I nervously smile and walk away. So what's going to be the catalyst for her to go with this guy? Because we know he's going to take her places. My boss has warned me about him, claiming he's a womanizer. I tell her I'm not interested in him. That, you just totally changed tenses. He warned me about him. And now you're telling her, I tell her I'm not interested in him. It just, ugh. I've never been interested in sex. Never. I've had it. and and it's okay. Sorry. Went down the wrong pipe. But if I never engage in sex again, it wouldn't bother me. Like, why does this, like, all have to be just about sex? All of a sudden, what's the sex stuff all about? All of a sudden. Sorry. Oh, that felt good. Gotta wipe my eyes down. I can take it or leave it. My boss is a big lady, so we go from, like, sex talk to more about your boss, alright? She reminds me if I were 50 pounds... What? My boss is a big lady. She reminds me of me if I were 50 pounds heavier. Well, aren't you a nice, arrogant little shit, aren't you? Whatever your name is. Oh, right. The name of the chapter is Call Me Priscilla. Usually we would probably get to know... With a title of a chapter like that, you would get to know maybe a little bit more about the character herself, other than just all this cliched backstory. I don't know. We have the same name, Mary, and she's always threatening to fire me, but knows I have my regular customers who stay and order extra food just so I'll wait on them. Ooh, okay. What are you playing with? She's playing with my stockings. She grabs me by the elbows and tells me I'm off table 7 for good. Why is everybody grabbing this girl by, like, her arm body parts? The guy grabbed her hands out of her pockets and now she's grabbing her elbows? Okay. I stare at her, kind of confused and slightly in pain, 'cause my elbow feels like it's about to fall off. Alright. She scolds me. You flirt with the customers again and you're fired. I roll my eyes and walk away. Insubordination. Little shit. Like, that interaction was totally unneeded. Either that interaction was unneeded, or you didn't need to tell us that Mary, the boss, always threatens to fire you. When I go out to the floor, of course Preston calls me over. As I glance back at Mary, I tell him Suzette is going to take over his table. He looks hurt but smiles and says, "That's a shame, Mary. You're the only reason I come in here," which makes me feel good. That made me feel good. Like, I already, like, don't believe this. Like, I believe that it happens. I just don't believe this particular scenario that's happening right now. You know what I mean? I believe that there is, like, that creepy old guy in the corner who, like, hits on waitresses. Like, I totally believe that that does happen. But she's not writing it in an engaging way, is how I'll put that. I don't get a lot of attention from men outside of work. Like, ugh, okay. Ugh, like, you know, like, let's all feel sorry for Mary all of a sudden for no reason. I mean, my roommate Gwen is always telling me how pretty I'd be if I didn't wear oversized sweaters and combat boots every day. All right. Okay, let's just keep throwing some more fucking cliches in here. Just load them up. Load up the fucking blonde sundoll truck shit. I rarely wear makeup, and my blonde hair is lucky if it gets washed once a week. Gross. Plus, messy buns are in, right? Who cares what's fucking in? God. At work, though, we're forced to wear tight clothes, so I guess my inner tomboy can't be masked when my DD breasts are on display for the world. Of course you have to have giant DD breasts. Some of us do have DD breasts, but don't fucking call that much attention to them. I don't even know what size my boobs are. They keep shrinking because I keep losing weight. Yeah, fuck yeah. I hate my boobs. They hurt my back and make men act stupid. I thought you didn't get attention from men outside of work. It just seems to me like, knowing the little things that I do know about Trisha, it seems to me like you like putting your boobs on display. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people like to do that. Some days I like to do that. Other days I'm like, no one's allowed to say. You know? You do like putting your boobs on display more often than not, though, Trisha. So what are you writing a character for that, like, is totally, like, it's just not believable right now. I just don't believe anything this character is saying. I'm such an outcast for no reason at all. Like, I wear combat boots and big sweaters only. I don't wear pants. Like, I don't know. It just sounds like, I don't know. I feel like this was also seems like a first draft that just got published on Amazon just to make a quick buck. And somebody once did message me on Tumblr and said that she does these things for money, for attention. That's just her game. Like, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, whatever. You know, that's just not the route that I like to see happen, I guess. Like, I just think it's kind of a shitty route to take, and it's annoying, but, like, you know, if that's what she's gonna do, that's what she's gonna do. But it's just, to me, you know, I feel like if you're gonna write a book, you don't, don't write a book for monetary gain only. Like, write a book because you want to write a book. Like, if you want to publish it, that's great. But write it because you want to write it. Write it because you have something to say. Don't write it just to shit out a book. It just, like, that shows so early on. It shows, and it's just so lazy. Like, yeah, okay, lazy in the sense of, like, well, I'm not going to put the care and time into researching and, you know, writing out a character biography and writing out an outline. I just need to get these words out just so I can hit publish on Amazon. You know, that kind of shit. All my high school relationships were with guys who wanted to feel my boobs, so I stopped showing them off. Pretty much all high school guys want to feel boobs, don't they? Actually, I don't believe that, because I had like one of the biggest sets of boobs in my high school class, and the guys did not fucking fawn over me at all. Not at all, because I'm so weird. I was the nerdy fencing chick. Nobody wants to touch the fencing chick's boobs. Less attention from guys, but also less drama. They're great, however, for being a stripper. See what I mean? Always back to stripping. Yeah, one instance of you going back to stripping. Always, sure. I've never even been in a strip club before. I'm a 19-year-old girl, and I've never set foot in one. You just fucking said that. Is that weird? No. That's not weird. Why would that be weird? Probably. I wouldn't really know. My roommate thinks it's weird that I've never had my pussy eaten out before. Okay. So maybe I'm just inexperienced. Oh, here we go. Let's lay the fucking foundation for the inexperienced girl gets all eroticized. Thank God she's got double D boobs too and blonde hair, right? And that she's a barely legal teen. What the fuck ever. I feel like my tits would make bank just by bouncing while I tried to dance. This is very weird character establishment. This is very bizarre. It's like goes from like, oh, I'm so innocent. Don't anybody look at me to getting my pussy eaten out. All right, cool. Maybe I can convince Gwen and her boyfriend Diesel to go with me. They probably wouldn't judge me since they're always talking about titty bars. So how did this girl Gwen get hooked up with this girl Priscilla? What are you doing? Might be something fun for a Friday night. Maybe tonight. Okay. By the time I get back to my dorm, right, she's in college. God bless you! I just fucking vacuumed in here. What are you sneezing about? Gwen and Diesel are getting it on, and it's only 10 p.m. So, it's a nice time to get it on. It's awkward when I interrupt them, but what am I supposed to do? Stay at work all night? No, your roommate should have let you know, like, go into the common room. I'm doing stuff in here. I've definitely had to. My roommate and I in freshman year definitely had a system. Go to the library on a Friday night? What? What? You said fun for a Friday night, maybe tonight. Is today Friday? Okay. Gwen sits up, looking embarrassed, and Diesel tries to lift himself up, but only manages to flop over Gwen's bare breasts. So how does she sit up if he, couldn't get up? Alright. You should really just join in with the timing you have, he says in a surprisingly non-joking way. I roll my eyes while Gwen asks me what my plans are. You all want to go to a strip club tonight? Quotation and then question mark. Oh, God, why do people do that? Why have I seen this twice from two different YouTubers? Why, put the quotation outside of your punctuation. Just do that. Because the whole sentence equals the question mark at the end. So why wouldn't you put quotes around that? Why wouldn't you do it? I say, completely straight-faced, expressionless. They both stare at me, then laugh. Virgin Mary wants to get a lap dance? Gwen mocks. Oh, Virgin Mary. I should have seen that coming. Ha ha, I'm not a virgin, bitch. I just thought it'd be fun. I've never been. You alright? You're sneezing. You're Sneezy McGee. Diesel isn't going anywhere near another naked girl as long as I live. I'm certainly not gonna pay for his broke ass to do it either, she barks. What? I thought they both went to strip clubs a lot, though. No? Did I read something wrong? I don't think I did. Diesel looks at me, disappointed. Diesel wants to fuck me. Disappointedly, so. Gwen isn't happy with his not backing her up. You wouldn't want to go, right? She threatens. He shrugs. Whatever. It could be fun. It could be kind of hot, baby. Get me going for round 2. Oh my God, if my roommate's boyfriend said that shit in front of me, I'd be like, ew. Fuck you. You're gross. Wait, I need to... Yeah, they're always talking about titty bars. I just read that. The page before. And now she's mad because he wants to go. Alright. Gwen shoves him off her, stands up, and throws on a black slip from last night, along with a pair of black stilettos. You all go to the strip club and get fucked by a bunch of hoes with herpes. I don't think they fuck you in the strip club. They're not allowed to do that. I'm going to Greek Row to get wasted. She slams the door shut like the drama queen she is. Alright. That was nice. That was a good interaction with Gwen. I'm really glad we learned a lot about her. You still want to go? Diesel asked me, completely exposed at this point. Exposed? Oh, his dick is out. No, I say, a little confused as to why he even asked me after Gwen epically blew the whole little idea out of proportion. Gwen is such a bitch. You were just inside her. Everything has to be her way. Oh, fuck. She gets mad when I don't come inside her. That wouldn't make me mad if he didn't do that. Just saying. TMI, I gripe as I toss him his boxers. So what, is she gonna hook up with Diesel now? Probably, maybe make a move on her. And then the old guy who's at the strip club saves her from him. I'm just fucking, I don't know. Don't like what you see? Ugh, shut up, Diesel. I mimic choking myself, as if the thought of having sex with him makes me want to regurgitate my eggs from dinner earlier, and hoping he gets the idea. Well, that's not a very subtle idea. Oh, you don't like what you see? Here's Liz Wiener dangling in the breeze, flapping in the breeze, and she goes, I don't know what other fucking, interpretation you could take away from that. In all honesty, he is very handsome. He's a total rich boy, whose name is Diesel! With blonde hair, blue eyes, a nice tan, toned calves, and a killer six-pack. Alright. I'd do him if he weren't Gwen's boyfriend, and if he didn't say such crude things. I may even let him eat my pussy out. I've never had that done before. Plus, I don't know what he looks like erect, but his limp penis does nothing to get my girly parts tingling. You know what? That's okay. Limp wieners they're not that nice to look at. I'm sorry, fellas. I don't like looking at your flaccid wiener. I just don't. I don't want to see that shit. Like, if you're walking around afterwards, I don't want to see them dangling. I can't. I don't like it. I don't like looking at men's butts. It's weird. The context in which you see wieners erect is perfectly fine. What would they dangle? I can't do it. It's so silly. It's like, they're just like these, how do I describe them? They're just like pure masses of gelatin that just flop over and just there's, I don't know. I don't know how you guys walk around with them. I don't get it. Trying to snap myself back to the reality of my just wanting to go to sleep and get him out of here. That wasn't your reality 45 seconds ago. I get short with him. Well, bye. Diesel comes up to me, towering over me at 6'3". Oh my god, every single, Diesel embodies every single fucking, Harlequin romance novel guy ever. Blue eyes, blonde hair, toned everything, rippling six-pack, probably a huge throbbing penis. He's a whole foot taller than me, and his chiseled shoulders are about twice my width. Come on, play nice, he says, as he runs his hand over the outside of my uniform, from my breasts to my waist, down to my hips, pulling me into his pelvis. Alright. Here, have some sexual harassment. As if, I tell him, you just fucked Gwen, and you're a pig. Cunt, he quips as he picks up his shirt to leave. What a charming fucking gentleman. I've never been called a cunt before. The word strangely turns me on, though. Okay. I don't think about sex that much. You told us that already. You don't need to tell us again. But it's all I can think about throughout the night. I don't get off on masturbation. That sucks. So unfortunately, it's a sleepless night. But my God, do I want him. Gwen is a bitch. She probably wouldn't even care if I fucked Diesel. She fucked my first college boyfriend, so it would make it fair. What do you mean your first college boyfriend? You're 19. Aren't you a freshman in college? You got a boyfriend already, even though you don't, Alright. The next day, I wake up to a skinny ginger passed out in Gwen's bed. She fucked the skinny ginger. Oh no, heaven forbid. It's 7 a.m. Gwen can't already be up. Sure enough, I find her passed out in the bathroom in her own vomit. Like, Gwen was kind of established as not a huge bitch. Like, the first thing we heard about Gwen, I'm looking back now, was that Gwen's always telling me how pretty I'd be if I didn't wear oversized sweaters and combat boots every day. Like, yeah, that could be interpreted as, like, kind of bitchy, but, like, yeah, like, hey, girl, like, you don't need all that crap, like, kind of thing. That's what I took away from it. Now she's, like, this heinous bitch for no reason, whose boyfriend is an Adonis. Okay. Did I say, sure enough, I find her passed out in the bathroom in her own vomit yet? I don't have time for this right now. She could be fucking dead. I have to be at work at 10, and also try to squeeze in a 2-hour library sesh before then. I throw on my cream cable knit sweater over a flannel shirt with some denim shorts and, of course, my combat boots. On campus, I run into Diesel, who asks me if Gwen came home. I tell him no. Oh, she texted me last night that she was spending the night at the sorority house. All right. He tells me I'm looking hot today, and I tell him to go to hell. Like, shut up. Then he calls me a tease. Title dropping all over the place. Why do guys think I'm teasing them? I don't know. Are you? You might be. But probably not. I don't fucking know. Is that their way of hoping I'm interested in them? I assure him that I'm not teasing. As I walk away, he shouts something about going to a strip club with him tonight, then cackles hysterically. Okay. I ignore him and keep walking. For some reason, his boyish laugh and joking manner isn't getting me excited. Okay, you're just walking to the library. It'd be weird, like at 8 in the morning, you're just like, oh, this is nice. I'm just walking, and now I'm turned on. Oh. Why did he turn me on last night? Must have been from my lack of sleep. Or maybe there was something off about those eggs Mary made me. Yeah, she slipped in some fucking Spanish fly into your eggs. That's right. Well, what was it? Oh, lack of sleep makes me horny as fuck. Yeah. Diesel is just so disgusting. When I finally get to work at 10:05, Fat Mary yells at me again. What else is new? She screams at me that I'm late and that I need to put on some makeup 'cause I look tired as hell. Fat Mary's face is pretty. I don't know why she always has to be so grumpy. Well, sometimes pretty people are bitches. Case in point. No. Well, I think I'm pretty. Just not right now. I feel gross right now. But, like, just because somebody's pretty doesn't mean they can't be a bitch. She probably needs to get laid. Like, well, like, all of a sudden, you're now, like, this super judgmental fucking, like, you were this shy little, I don't know, person, like, 300 words ago, and now you're all of a sudden like, well, she needs to get laid. I don't think about sex that often, but she needs to get laid. Like, what the hell? Table 7 walks in. It's 11 on a Saturday. It's not really like him to be here. Fat Mary sees him walk in and sends me on my break. How convenient. You just fucking got there. I can't even say hi to him. I go outside to get some fresh air and sit on the dirty corner just to get off my feet and put my head between my legs to get 5 minutes of rest. I thought you got a lot of rest, though, no? You were in bed by fucking 10 p.m. and you woke up at 7. That's a nice amount of sleep, I would say. I wish I got that much sleep. I've drifted off to sleep when I'm woken up by 2 guys yelling. One looks like he just got knocked down, and the other is trying to help him as they try to get away while maintaining their manly dignity from whatever just happened. What? They cuss and give the finger to me? No, I look around, confused by the scene, and there I see Table 7 shaking his fist. He sits down on the filthy street corner with me. Once he's seated, he holds his knees like I'm holding mine. Haven't done that in a while. Hurts a little more than I remember, he says. What the fuck? What happened, I ask, genuinely perplexed by this whole chain of events, which couldn't have transpired over more than a 3-minute time span. Just some boys trying to be all cool in front of their bros, who took off running the minute I grabbed the fag by his shirt. What? What the hell am I looking at? I look at him, still confused, mouth open. He closes it for me and says, some guys were taking pictures in front of me where my head was down to make it look like I was blowing them on the street. Who even does that? Boys. Okay? That seems weird. That seems like really weird. Like, you're on the curb. Like, I don't know. This is exactly why I don't date, period. We can infer all this shit. Like, this is so sophomoric. That's exactly what I tell Table 7, too. He laughs and says I should try dating men instead of boys. Like you, Mr. Williams, I whisper, fully intending to be flirtatious, as I'm still a little foggy from waking up. What? Preston, he bites back, as if I've offended him. I shrug. Whatever you want. Say that to me again. He looks at me sternly in the eyes. His eyes are so cold but intense. Wow, maybe I'm the one who needs to get laid. I can't stop staring at his eyes. Feeling confident, I grab his hands as he did mine the previous day. Whatever you want, I tell him, and push myself up from the corner. Where are you going, young lady? He calls after me. Back to work. Some of us don't have to make a living, Mr. Williams. I don't know where all this confidence is coming from. Yeah, I don't really either. I don't think you do either, Trisha. Maybe I'm just delusional and tired from this chaotic week filled with work, school, and family issues. Fucking what the hell? That came out of nowhere, too. Are you ever gonna let me take you out, Mary? I pretend to ignore him when suddenly he blocks the restaurant's back entrance, preventing me from entering. Will you please stop teasing and let me take you out? He says. Fuck, this is like so grating. God damn it. Like, please, begging. Oh, please do this. Oh. Please, let me take you on a proper date. You're not going to make me beg, are you? You fucking are begging, Preston, you dipshit. I'll take you anywhere you'd like. It's Saturday night. I'd love to take you to dinner. I merely look at him, a million thoughts running through my head. He's handsome. Would he expect sex? What would I wear? He's old enough to be my father, as you previously fucking said, which would piss my father off. I wish I had a second job as an excuse. A second job. That's my excuse. I'd love to, Mr. Williams, but I have to work tonight. Oh, okay. The restaurant closes at 10. I have a second job, I say coyly. Did I just say that? Ugh. I don't have a second job. What's your second job, Mary? Like, you were just all for this idea, and now you're not? Okay. I didn't know you had another job. What is it? It's kind of embarrassing. I don't want to say. Please tell me. Like, dialogue like this, no saying like I said, he said, whatever. I'm a stripper, okay? Work slow, and I need money for tuition. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean, where did that come from? You've been talking about wanting to become a stripper. You talked about fucking going to a strip bar, a strip club, whatever, a strip bar. Is that a thing? Like, so of course, like, you're gonna fucking correlate in your head, well, what job starts at 10 p.m.? Stripping. Or newsroom jobs. Fuck you. Fuck you, Trisha. Fuck your book. This sucks. This sucks, but it's very entertaining for me to hate read something like this. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole for being critiquing about people's works when I should be working on my own book, which I have been doing a lot more lately. Thank God. And I'm really, like, fuck this for a second. I'm really appreciating all the vote of confidences that I'm getting, votes of confidence, whatever, from people wanting to read my book. That means a lot, because I really do want to finish it. I really have, like, a lot of things I want to say and a lot of things outlined. It's just getting the words out. When you are a writer, you know, my job is to write. Like, that's my day job, quote unquote, even though I work at night. But, like, my job is to write all day, every day. So when I come home from work, I don't want to write again. So I'm trying to find, like, the motivation to write it. Like, I really want to write it. I really, really want to write it. I want it to be good and entertaining, and I'm trying my damnedest to do this. And I need to, like, go upstate New York somewhere, like, in a placid little fucking cabin for a weekend and just write and just be away from all the chaotic New York city-ness. Anyway, that's my aside there. I never lie, but suddenly I'm pulling a Gwen, making this up on the spot. Too many daydreams of being a stripper. Like, you just answered your own question then. Ugh, what's my stripper name? Well, you don't have to tell him that! I spend all day thinking of the money and the boners I'd feel. Okay. But I don't even have a name. Oh, I see. Preston gives me a disappointed look. See why I can't go out with you now? Besides that, my boss would fire me if she found out. Which club? He probes, as if he didn't hear what I just said. Again, out of thin air, I pull out Beaver's Dam, D-A-M-N, right by the airport. It's the only club I've seen, and I've only seen it while driving to and from LAX. I gotta go. It's not even like a classy strip one. It's a strip joint by the fucking airport. Okay. I gotta go back inside. Excuse me. As Preston moves out of the way, I can feel his disappointment in me. I suppose that's what it would be like if I really did become a stripper. Disappointed looks and shuns from random strangers. That would also mean my dad and mom would be disappointed in me. Then they might start feeling guilty about how they raised me, which might be worth it. What? Well, then why do you care if they'll be disappointed in you? Ready to get back into something normal and familiar, I put on my apron when I hear someone screech my name from the back office. It's Fat Mary, looking extra fat in her blazer. Fuck that. Mary, she says, I've been waiting a long time to finally get this opportunity. You're fired. My heart feels like it's being ripped out of my chest. It's too hot in my room. My parents agreed to pay for half my college tuition, only if I got a job to pay for the other half. You could have told us that earlier. What am I supposed to do? Where will I go? Oh, heavens. Oh, what a conundrum. Where are you gonna go? I feel myself about to grovel and beg my boss to let me stay. Tears fill my eyes. Oh, poor pretty Mary. Those blue eyes and pouty lips aren't gonna get you out of this one. I told you not to flirt with the customers. Did Fat Mary see them have this whole interaction, like, from, like, the remote camera? Like, what the hell? Preston, I squeak out. Oh, you're on a first-name basis with him now, are you? I saw you two out back. I gave you warnings, Missy. Get your things and leave now. What is the big contempt? What's like... I don't get it. In shock, I stand there with uncontrollable tears pouring out of my eyes. Are you deaf or just dumb? She says. Let's go. She grabs my elbow. Like, Mary's got a thing for Mary's elbow. And leads me to the back. I get my purse and sweater, and she takes me through the dining area and strips my apron off me in front of everyone. At that point, I run out of the restaurant as fast as I can. I stop in front of the bus station behind the advertisements to catch my breath. I feel like I'm having a panic attack. I totally believe all of this, too. I'm really engaged, and I really feel for the main character. I can't get any air. I feel as if I'm about to die. My body shakes. My boobies shake. My heart jitters. My eyes are so puffy that I can barely see. My knees buckle, and I fall to the ground. I sit on top of my cream sweater with all the contents of my purse scattered around me. A man comes over. Who could it be? Picks up the spilled items and puts them back in my bag. I feel a little calmer when I look to see who it is. It's Preston! My calmness, however, immediately turns to embarrassment. My face turns bright red. Oh my god, every single one of these fucking sentences start with I did this and did that. Fucking A. My face turns bright red. I can't stand to look at him. He offers to help me up, but I yell at him that I'm fine and I leave. I tell him to leave me alone. I go back to my dorm room. Okay, so what's the point of Preston helping you up then? I go back to my dorm room to find Gwen and Diesel cuddling and being all lovey-dovey again. They can see I'm upset, but they don't care. You're not even going to ask what's wrong? I scowl, oh my god, I'm sorry. I scowl at Gwen, who's supposed to be my best friend. What? Like, the girl even calling a bitch? Like, 24 fucking 7? The girl whose boyfriend you want to fuck? Okay. Oh, like you did this morning when I was choking on my own vomit? Yeah, you're surprisingly blasé about that whole thing, aren't you? She's right, I didn't help her, but that was her own fault. That was my best friend's fault. I didn't help her out of her fucking pool of vomit. Cool. What happened to me at the restaurant wasn't anything I brought on myself. Oh, fuck you. Like, what? Again, we're victim playing here. Jesus. I just had I can barely breathe through the anxiety. They both mock me. Can't you both just give me a break? I just got fired. Oh, Princess Mary isn't going to make $100 tips off old men getting off on her tits under their napkins during breakfast? This is supposed to be my best friend. Ew, really, Gwen? Diesel was right. You are a bitch. There's no period after bitch. What's she talking about? She says, shooting daggers towards her half-naked beau. Mary's crazy, Diesel says. I don't know what she's talking about. Oh my god, what the fuck? This isn't what I need after the morning I had. It isn't even noon yet, so I decided to leave my room and sit in the common area. Alright? I sit down there staring at my phone for at least an hour, deciding whether I should call my parents to tell them what happened or to call the restaurant and beg for my job back. Oh, guys, this is like, ugh. Oh my fuck, there's so much more. Holy fucking shit. Ugh. Blech. I'm hungry. There's hummus in the fridge and I want it. With what they've put me through, they can owe me half my tuition so I can try to do something with my life. What do you mean what they've put you through? Oh, my parents don't have to find out, is what she said before that. Alright. Fat Mary was a bitch. The way she humiliated me in front of my regular customers. That's the end of that sentence. Okay. She probably got the biggest gleam of satisfaction out of that. In fact, she's probably sitting in her office beaming that... You just said beaming. Oh, no, you said gleaming. Whatever. That she's the only semi-attractive one there, now under 200 pounds. Suddenly, my mind drifts to my most frequent daydream, the strip club. Shut up about the fucking strip club! I need to turn the air conditioning on. It's way too hot in here. Ugh. The strip club. I'm a stripper. Where did my stripping instincts come from? I have no fucking idea. Ugh. Cherry? That could work. Ugh. Cherry the stripper. That's the original too. Oh, breathe. Whoops. I could wear red lipstick as my signature thing. Oh, that's so signature. After each dance, I'd give the guys a kiss on the cheek and leave my red imprint on them. Where do strippers even buy those shoes? Like, there's no cohesive, like the thought processes are so out of balance. Like, they're really all over the place. It's not very sequential. I'm not into it. I think this is dumb. Maybe I'll go to Hollywood Boulevard. Okay. I remember seeing something like that when Gwen and I went Halloween shopping last year. Her best friend, ladies and gentlemen! My daydream eventually turns into an actual dream as I drift off to sleep. What? What? You're in the common room sleeping. Alright, cool. Laying my head on my dirt-covered cream sweater, which is suddenly pulled from underneath me as I hit my head on the common room futon frame. There's futons in your common room? What the fuck? I shriek. What's everyone waking me up today? Ugh. I dress like a homeless person so people will ignore me. Oh, I thought she was saying that. I look up to see Gwen in Diesel's shirt. You tried to fuck my boyfriend? What? I say, confused. She grabs my bun and slams my head into the same hard sofa edge I rebounded from seconds ago. You're a crazy bitch, I scream. Then I feel her bare foot kick my head and I fall to the floor. What the fuck? The dorm monitor breaks it up along with another boy who's in the room. Yeah, you did a really good job of breaking that up. If they hadn't intervened, Gwen might have killed me. Shut the fuck up. I'm moving in with Diesel. Good luck finding another roommate, bitch, she says, as she tries to get her hair in some kind of order. Then she storms off. Like, if you're a freshman in college, like, what do you mean, good luck finding another roommate? They're gonna fucking reassign you. Like, that's just kind of, like, common knowledge. Like, if you don't like your dorm, you can always get reassigned. Like, that's not a problem. I remember a couple people in my freshman dorm got reassigned because we were too fucking wild for them. Man, we were asshole freshmen. We really fucking were. It was fun. A bunch of smart kids being drunk. I'm not smart, but, you know. I'm not book smart, let's just put it that way. Where the fuck am I? I return to my dorm room with a bandage on my head. Where'd you get the bandage? And see that Gwen has already cleaned out her closet. How'd she do that in, like, the 45 seconds you were asleep? Shit, she really is moving out. There's no way I'll be able to keep this place. Why? I don't get it. Like, the university helps take care of that. Like, yeah, you pay for housing, quote unquote. But just because you don't have a roommate, that doesn't mean they're gonna kick you out of your room too. Did Trisha go to college? Do you know how it works? One's life can change drastically in just the course of 24 hours. Just yesterday, I was complaining about how boring college life is. Now I wish it would go back to boring. Something I know and something I feel safe with. Who the fuck is that? Sadie! What is that? Oh, FedEx. I don't know what package I'm getting. But I'm getting one. Yay! He's gonna ring again. I should have just stayed up. I crash out in my bed. When I wake up, it's already 11 p.m. I can't believe I slept that long. Furthermore, I can't believe this whole day was real. I can't believe this whole book is real. I walk to the library, which is open all night, to start some early research on my term paper and try to gain control of something in my life. Go strip, bitch. Go strip. Just do it. First, I have to get some coffee if I'm going to actually get any work done. When I enter the convenience store, I get some catcalls. I forgot I'm still wearing my work clothes. Cleavage really does make men stupid. Jesus Christ. One of them asks me, how much? Totally disgusted, I get my coffee and wait in line. I stare at the neon open sign for a few moments, while my admirers continue to taunt me, saying I'm a hooker. I turn around and snap into my best Gwen impersonation. What the fuck? You want me? Come to Beaver's Dam tonight at midnight, and I'll get you and your little baby peckers off. Cunt. The loud one hisses at me. Like, the loud one. How many were there? Like 40 fucking 5? I don't know who I am. It's like I'm turning into a gremlin. I want to stab him with my heel. I thought you liked being called a cunt before. Okay, whatever. Whatever, I'm not gonna fucking... When I'm testifying in court, I can always blame it on my head trauma from earlier. I throw my hot coffee in his face and bolt for the exit. You just fucking assaulted someone. He and his friend run after me and grab me just as a police officer comes right through the door. Perfect timing. Is there a problem here? The cop questions as if bored by the situation. The two men let me go and I leave. Yeah, you just scalded somebody with hot coffee. Okay, sure. I walk a few blocks until I'm a safe distance away from the convenience store and sit on the bus stop bench trying to figure out what to do. Part of me wants to run away like in Saturday Night made-for-TV movies. Take a bus and just go anywhere. This whole thing plays out like a made-for-TV movie. I wish I had the balls for that. I also wish my mom hadn't been such a goddamn alcoholic when I was growing up. Holy fuck. You have to stop offering these horribly ridiculous revelations. Why can't I ever say a word? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Otherwise, I could tie one on at the local bar like all my other peers who are going through shit. I can't stop thinking of the neon open sign and how pretty it is. I think the idea of being a stripper is glamorous. Like, then just go do it. Stop fucking talking about it and do something. This is boring. God. But I always feel bad taking money from lonely men. But you don't feel bad throwing hot coffee in their face. Okay. Then again, lonely men are always taking away my self-worth and sense of safety just when I go to get a cup of coffee. So maybe that's the universe's way of evening the score. It's kind of a warped way of looking at the world. All right. I run to a taxi up the street, get in, and ask the driver to take me to Beaver's Dam. Okay, so she's just automatically going to get a job there. All right. When I arrive at the club, I walk up to the entrance where a bouncer stops me and says I have to pay. I tell him I want a job. He asks to see my ID and leads me to the bar. Then when the bartender tells me to sit and wait for a manager, Sorry. Then the bartender tells me, the manager comes out and immediately pulls up my top to look at my tits. What size are they, he asked, just as bored as the cop in the convenience store seemed earlier. I swallowed all my saliva and my mouth runs dry, but I'm able to choke out 36 double D. They natural too, sweetie? My confidence rises a little. Yes, sir, homegrown. Ew. You put a period after your sentences. What's your name? My name? Shit. That's the one thing I can't ever figure out. Oh, we know, Trisha. We know you couldn't figure it out. What's a stripper name? Do I give him my stripper name or my real name first? Looking around for anything to call myself, I see a man who looks exactly like Preston emerge from the bathroom. Of course! Preston, I ask myself, although not quietly enough for Rico Suave not to hear. Now I know my head injury is more serious than I thought. Because you said something loudly, that means your head injury is fucking you up? Okay. Preston, the grease monkey in the gold chains, yells at me over the music. Shit. The guy who walked in is Preston. Fucking, of course it is. He sees me. Oh, please give me this job. I have to think quickly. Priscilla. My name is Priscilla. Now, do you want these tits out of this shirt on that stage or what? Is that really, like, her name? Oh, no, it's not. It's Mary. Couldn't remember. He asked for my ID, and I hand it to him seconds before Preston sidles up next to me and places his hand on the small of my back. Ringmaster sees this and firmly says, "Hey, buddy, you gotta pay to play here." Except she's not technically a stripper there yet, so she's just a random person he's now putting his hand on. Fortunately for me, apparently the stalker just got me a job. What? And made me look super desirable. Like I can bring in the money. Boss man gives me a nod and tells me to get changed in the back. Whoa, okay, no training? Do you need training at a strip club? That's weird of me to think. I don't know, like, I would never be able to go into a strip club and just be like, here, give me a job. Because I can't fucking dance on a stripper pole. I have no goddamn ability to do that. I'm not very flexible. I can't do splits, and I'm too heavy to climb up a pole. I've been to, like, 2 strip clubs in my life, like, with a huge group of friends from Jersey, and then, like, 2 guys that I hung out with for New Year's in New York, like, years ago. And there was one girl that climbed all the way to the top, and I was like, what? That's insane! And then she, like, came over to, like, talk and, like, rub up on one of the guys. And I was like, I'm just fucking impressed. That was awesome. I can't do that. Do you know how muscular you have to fucking be to do that shit? People give strippers a bad name. But they're way more athletic than I could, like, imagine to be right now. I don't know how strip club hiring works. So, okay. I follow 2 strippers, so I look like I know where I'm going. I have no makeup or stripper clothes, but I have to get my head straight. I have no idea who I am at this point. No, you're Priscilla, remember? As I walk towards the back, Preston grabs my hands just as awkwardly as he did yesterday at my normal job when I had a normal life as normal Mary. What the fuck? Holy crap. He asked, "What's your name, young lady?" I stare at him. His eyes are as deep and dark as ever. Whoa. I feel his body heat through his hand. Ew. Our bodies are somehow getting closer by a seemingly uncontrollable magnetic force. And just as my lips are about to touch his, I snap my hand away and say, "Call me Priscilla." Then I take off my top and strut to the back without waiting for his response. I hear him yell after me, "Tease." Oh, that was it. That was the end. Jesus Christ, that was long. That was an hour and 4 minutes. Holy fuck. first impression so far, just a quick money grab. That's really all it is. It's you know what? Maybe I'm being too harsh on it because romance novels are not my thing. It's not a genre I enjoy. I like to hate read romance novels. Actually, my best friend, Charlotte, who I've mentioned before in these videos, when we were kids, we used to, oh, God, what the hell? I could have sworn I heard a package being, like, bumped up against my door, but I guess not. When Charlotte and I were kids, we used to go to, like, the library and take out romance novels and read them and laugh about them because they were so ridiculous. And then for my birthday one year, she bought me, like, a 3-pack. And then I bought her romance novels too, just because, like, we just thought they were so ridiculous and we would just make fun of them. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And maybe I am being too harsh on it, but I think it's a very bizarre genre. And I think it's a very contrived genre. Everything seems to fall into place far too easily, you know, and I feel like there are successful romance novels and successful ones that are engaging and not just about hot guys with giant wieners and stuff like that. But I'm not engaged by this character. She's too fucking flighty and she doesn't know what she wants. Or no, she absolutely knows what she wants, but tries unconvincingly to tell the reader that she doesn't know. And this is all like, oh, to her, you know? So that's kind of my big issue with it so far. So if we like this, I'll continue reading it. I don't know. Maybe maybe, like, you know, offer up some more novels or series that are infamous, quote unquote, or like ones that are just bad in general. Preferably ones I don't have to pay for, because that sucks. But yeah, let me know what you think. Cool. Take care, bitches.